Hello and welcome to our video about the classic book How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. In this video, we will explore the valuable teachings of this work and share some practical tips to apply them in our daily lives. Dale Carnegie was a renowned writer and motivational speaker of the 20th century, recognized for his expertise in the field of personal development and social skills. His book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, originally published in 1936, continues to be an essential reference for those seeking to enhance their interpersonal skills and build strong relationships. Carnegie's work is considered a milestone in the field of personal development, widely acclaimed and translated into various languages around the world. Its impact transcends generations, and its content remains relevant and applicable even today. In this video, our goal is to provide an overview of the main topics covered in How to Win Friends and Influence People, and highlight some practical tips that can be incorporated into our daily lives. We will explore valuable techniques for dealing with people, developing positive relationships, and influencing others in a constructive manner. By the end of this video, we hope that you understand the importance of cultivating effective social skills, which can positively impact not only your personal relationships, but also your career and professional interactions. So, without further ado, let's delve into the valuable lessons of Dale Carnegie in How to Win Friends and Influence People, and discover how we can apply them in our lives. Now, let's explore the first topic of the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, the fundamental techniques for dealing with people. In the book, Dale Carnegie highlights 3 essential techniques that can transform our personal interactions. Don't criticize, condemn, or complain. These techniques invite us to adopt a positive and constructive stance in our relationships with others. The importance of adopting a positive and constructive attitude is crucial, as it directly influences how people perceive us and respond to us. When we avoid unnecessary criticism, condemnation, and constant complaining, we create an environment conducive to dialogue and mutual understanding. Applying these techniques in our daily lives involves avoiding hasty judgments and seeking to understand the perspectives of others before expressing our opinions. Instead of criticizing someone for their actions, we can strive to understand the reasons behind those actions and find constructive ways to address the situation. For example, if a co-worker makes a mistake, instead of immediately criticizing them, we could try to understand the context and offer constructive guidance to help them learn from the experience. This approach promotes a supportive and learning environment, rather than creating conflicts and resentments. Another example is when we are engaged in a heated argument. Instead of complaining and pointing fingers, we can seek to understand the concerns and perspectives of the other person, creating a space for dialogue and effective conflict resolution. Now, let's address the second topic of the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. How to make people like you. One of the main ways to win people's sympathy is by demonstrating genuine interest in them. While engaging in conversations, we should listen attentively and ask relevant questions, showing that we care about what they have to say. When starting a conversation, we can take a friendly and welcoming approach, aiming to create a comfortable environment. While listening, we should avoid distractions and truly pay attention to what the other person is saying, demonstrating that we value their perspective. Another powerful technique is to sincerely compliment and acknowledge people's merits. We all appreciate being recognized and valued, and by offering genuine compliments, we establish positive connections. It's important for the compliments to be sincere and specific, highlighting characteristics or achievements that we admire in people. These techniques can be applied in various situations, whether in the workplace, social events, or even casual encounters. By demonstrating genuine interest, listening attentively, and asking relevant questions, we create stronger and more meaningful connections with the people around us. For example, in the workplace, we can initiate conversations with colleagues, showing interest in their projects and contributions. By praising their efforts and acknowledging their achievements, we strengthen team spirit and create an environment of mutual support. In social events, we can approach strangers in a friendly manner, asking questions about their interests and experiences. By listening attentively and demonstrating genuine interest, we create authentic connections and make these encounters more meaningful. By adopting the attitude of demonstrating genuine interest, listening attentively, asking relevant questions, and sincerely complimenting, we can make people like us. These techniques help us build more positive and meaningful relationships in various areas of our lives. Now, let's address the third topic of the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. How to influence people constructively. One of the keys to effectively influence people is to understand their desires and needs. By putting ourselves in their shoes and understanding their perspectives, we can establish a stronger connection and find common ground. This allows us to create an environment conducive to positive influence. A powerful technique is to see things from the other person's point of view. By recognizing their opinions and emotions, we can build empathy and seek solutions that meet the needs of both parties. Finding common ground allows us to build a shared and collaborative foundation, increasing the likelihood of successful influence. It is essential to remember that persuasion is more effective than coercion. Instead of imposing our will on others, we should seek to persuade them by presenting compelling arguments and demonstrating mutual benefits. By creating an environment of respect and dialogue, we increase people's receptivity and the possibility of achieving positive results. These techniques can be applied in various situations, such as negotiations and conflict resolution. By understanding the desires and needs of the people involved, we can seek solutions that satisfy everyone. By adopting a persuasive approach focused on mutual benefits, we have a greater chance of gaining support and collaboration from the parties involved. For example, in a work negotiation, by understanding the goals and motivations of the other party, we can present proposals that meet the interests of both, creating an advantageous outcome for all involved. In conflict situations, by seeking to understand the concerns and perspectives of the parties, we can find solutions that take these viewpoints into account, promoting reconciliation and peaceful resolution. Now, let's address the fourth topic of the book, how to win friends and influence people. How to change people without arousing resentment. It is important to recognize that people naturally tend to resist change. Therefore, when seeking to influence or help someone change, we must deal with this resistance carefully and respectfully. An effective strategy is to offer suggestions and criticism in a constructive manner, emphasizing mutual benefits. By highlighting how the proposed change can bring advantages both for the person and for the relationship or situation at hand, we increase the likelihood of acceptance and reduce the potential for resentment. Another powerful technique is to encourage people to feel important and valued. By acknowledging their contributions and skills, we create an environment of trust and openness, making them more receptive to changes and suggestions. By making them feel part of the process and recognizing their capabilities, we increase motivation for change. These strategies can be applied in various everyday situations, such as in family relationships or the workplace. For example, when wishing for a family member to change a behavior, we can approach the subject respectfully, explaining the benefits that this change will bring for everyone, and expressing our support and confidence in the person's potential. In the workplace, we can offer constructive suggestions to colleagues or subordinates, focusing on the benefits for the team and the overall success of the project. By acknowledging their contributions and skills, we create an environment conducive to change and professional development. To recap, we have discussed the key topics from the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. We have explored techniques for dealing with people, making people like you, influencing people, and changing people without arousing resentment. It is important to note that this video provides only an overview of these topics. We strongly recommend reading the entire book, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, to deepen your knowledge and gain more examples and techniques. The final message we want to convey is the importance of building good relationships with others. The ability to build healthy and meaningful relationships can have a positive impact in all areas of our lives, from the workplace to our personal relationships. Thank you for watching this video, and we hope you have found valuable insights. If you enjoyed the content and would like to receive more information and tips, we kindly ask you to subscribe to our channel and share it with others interested in the topic. Remember, the power to make friends and influence people is within your reach. Put these ideas into practice and enjoy the benefits that healthy and positive relationships can bring. Thank you once again, and see you in the next video.